investment. So I'm a nurse myself by background. I still work in the National Health Service, and I work for a trade union. And the trade union's a body that actually represents workers within that workplace. And part of my job as a trade unionist is to campaign for better rates of pay, better terms and conditions for the people what work there, but also importantly, more doctors, more nurses and more people actually working there. So as a party, what would we do? Well, the first thing, with the people who watched the news last night, we would make it very clear to Google and to Apple and to Amazon that their billions of pounds that they've kept in profits needs to be paid in tax to this country, so we can invest that money into the National Health Service and into the other public services such as schools. Because the biggest problem is the money that is made available. Many of us may not aware, but large parts of our National Health Service is actually being privatised. So it's actually in the hands of the private sector, where they actually make money for shareholders rather than reinvest that money back so the likes of me and you can benefit from that. So the very clear thing is that we need to take more money from those that currently don't pay their fair share in order that the likes of me and you can benefit from that. The other important thing with the National Health Service, because it's actually an international club. It actually employs 1.3 million people, the National Health Service in this country. It's the biggest employer in Europe, and it's the second biggest employer in the world. Only the Chinese Red Army actually employ more people than the National Health Service. And almost every nationality on earth works in the British National Health Service. And for me, that is something of absolute pride, in that we've got the best health system in the world that actually employs the most diverse workforce anywhere in the world. And that for me is one of the things that makes me very proud of our National Health Service, and actually very proud of our country, that 70 years next year the NHS was founded, one of the greatest things ever created by a Labour government. And unfortunately or fortunately, it will require a Labour government in order to protect it in the future.